ready for your special occasion with 25% off stylish looks. With spring vibes, vibrant colors, and fresh florals, you'll find outfits that match everyone's style. Then fill up their baskets with endless joy. From select Easter plushies to fun toys they'll love at 20% off. Don't miss out. Make this Easter unforgettable at Target.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as
Norby hammers high in the sky, out to left, no doubt about it. And that was a no-doubt bomb for Norby.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck. The official pregame show of the Miami Marlins on the home of the Marlins, WQAM.
Augustine Ramirez hammers a ball, left field, and gone. 3-run bomb.
Marlins on Deck is brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins, and by Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
Call down, I'm pissed off. I'm ready to go.
Why do you get so pissed off?
I don't like hitters.
Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strom.
You're up.
Night, the roof and the walls are open. The skyline of downtown Miami, absolutely breathtaking. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, AM 560, WQAM. It is game 5 of 162. The Marlins dropped their first game of the season yesterday, but a chance to get right back on the saddle on this final day of March with one of their best pitching projects taking the bump today, and Janson Junk, the 30-year-old right-hander, will get the nod for Clayton McCullough's Marlins. He won the final spot in the rotation over Braxton Garrett over the spring. Junk will go opposite today. Eric Fetty, 33-year-old right-hander, reunited with the team he pitched for back in 2024. Fetty also needed to earn his way into this rotation as well. It is game 2 of a 3-game interleague set between your 3-1 Miami Marlins and the 1-3 Chicago White Sox. Tonight, we will get going at 6:40 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Tuesday night. With Jack McMullen and Jeff Nelson, I'm Steven Strom. We've got a wonderful show for you today. We will go the distance. We'll first hear from Jack McMullen and Janson Junk ahead of his start. Liam Hicks. How about his early start to the season? A power surge, 2 home runs. He only had 6 homers in 390 plate appearances last year. So we'll get the 4-1-1 on how Hicks has been able to implement some power into his game. We'll get you at the count with Junk and Fetty. Jack will jump in for segment 4, Expo question today at Marlins Radio, and Steve's guarantee to victory. We'll start here with Janson Junk. It was one of the better stories from an arms perspective for the Marlins last year. A guy that they signed to a minor league deal last year, ended up making did not make the team, started in AAA, came up in the month of May, and was the piggyback to Cal Quantrill. He pitched his way into the rotation. So overall, 21 appearances, 16 starts. He threw to a 4 ERA, 110 innings. He beat Braxton Garrett out in that starting rotation battle. He did suffer a weird ankle sprain early in spring training of this year on February 19th, but all was well. He worked his way back. He pitched in the sim game, and he is ready to go here for his first start of 2026. With more on it, Jack McMullen on Junk Spring, plus this White Sox lineup.
All right, thank you, Steven. Janson Junk, now that you've settled on a hat, you're getting ready for your season debut today. Curious, what do you feel like you focused on during spring training? I know it was kind of a late start to spring training for you.
Yeah, the late start was unfortunate, doing the ankle injury and everything, but, you got to deal with it and do everything you can to bounce back. And so through that process, it was I felt like I was in a really good spot heading into, the injury, building up, sequencing-wise, pitch-wise, and then it was about 2-week break where it was kind of take a step back. I had to kind of learn in-game, doing less sides and stuff beforehand, tinkering on stuff. So it was kind of getting good feedback from what I was seeing in my spring training games, and then implementing it to next one, bullpens once I got to that point. And I think we're ready to go. Everything is kind of where it needs to be right now, and we're excited to get out there.
Based on first looks, what jumps out about this White Sox lineup in particular?
Yeah, I think looking at the lineup, it's some different guys, and it's pretty early in the season right now to like dive into overall trends right now. So we're kind of, playing it by ear, working my strengths. I've really focused on what I do best, and not really diving too deep into their analytical side. Right now, that's just where we are in the season. You don't know what adjustments they've made from last year to this year. I know they have some new coaching staff members, so overall philosophy might be different, and we'll kind of play that by ear, and that's where the communication comes in with Rob in between innings while he's calling pitches, and kind of further understand what their process is. Later down the road, we'll dive into the hitters specifically once we get a bigger sample size.
You had a couple of seasons.
All right, that was Janson Junk, and one of the elite things, not strong things, one of the best in the league things that Janson Junk was able to do was his walk rate percentage. 2.9% of the time, Janson Junk was allowing a free pass. That was the lowest in the MLB amongst 127 pitchers with at least 100 innings. Junk more focused on what he does rather than what the Chicago White Sox offense presents. It'll be Junk, Eric Fetty coming up next, though. Liam Hicks, he is in the lineup. He's our power hitter over at first base. We'll get into a nice conversation with what his offseason looked like. And, man, so many encouraging signs to Liam Hicks. The contact rate, the chase percentage, and now you start to implement some power. We'll get some info on what his offseason looked like and much more. We're playing baseball at 640. It is the Marlins. It is the White Sox on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
At Loan Depot, we're big on home. Home games, home teams, home field advantage, and you better believe it, home runs. For us, home means everything, which is why we're offering more options that make buying your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to LoanDepot.com and let us help get you home. That's LoanDepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680.
This is Owen Casey, and you listen to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on 104.3 WQAM.
Hicksy and Aaron Judge, 2 home runs each coming into Tuesday night. Steven Strom, Liam Hicks. All right, so it's been pretty public that you have put on some weight. You have been doing this bat speed program. Is that something that you feel already? Are you surprised that you're starting to see the power results? This early.
Maybe, yeah, a little bit. But, I mean, it's something I've been working on all off season. You know, you take BP and can see that it's a little different than it used to be. So it's just a matter of trying to figure it out in the game. The game's a lot tougher than that. So just trying to get adjusted in the game.
You told us that a lot of ground beef and eggs was on the diet. Is it the chicken or the egg? Is it you have to bulk to swing harder, or is it you're starting to feel stronger because you're swinging a heavier bat?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think probably the weight room is what starts it, because you start that earlier in the off season, and then as the off season goes on, start swinging the bat faster and faster. And yeah, exactly. The harder you swing it when you're in practice, the better it's going to be in the game too.
So what feels different at the plate for you?
I think I've just got more intent. I think last year I was trying to swing hard, but I would never do it in practice, so I would never really be able to replicate it. And if I did try and really swing hard in a game, it wouldn't feel right. I felt like my contact, depth and all that was different. But now that I'm doing it more in practice, it's kind of feeling a little bit. I got a lot more confidence in the game doing it.
Liam Hicks with us now. Got another question for you. So give us a little bit of a feel for what the routine looks like with this. Is it a weighted bat? Just dummy it down for us. What actually is it?
Yeah, so they've got us on a little program. So it's every 4 days swinging this stick that you can adjust the weights and stuff. So do that, and then also in the cage, doing a lot of just rotational stuff, trying to really rotate in my swing. I had the tendency to kind of stop my swing at contact in the past, so really trying to just keep rotating. I think it's been helping me pull the ball a little bit better as well.
Hicksy, last one for you. You're catching, you're playing first base today. Are you a guy that loses weight naturally? Are you still on this bulk program with the eating?
Yeah, I think it's. A lot of people say that you'll lose weight during the season, but the food's too good here. It's tough. I find it difficult to really lose the weight. But yeah, definitely just trying to stay with Erica, the nutritionist. Really stay on top of the eating. It's tough when you're really busy during the day, but you got to make time for it.
All right, let's get homer number 3. All right.
I'll try.
All right, we'll break here. We'll get you out of the count. Next, Game 2 coming your way. White Sox and Marlins on the Marlins Radio Network.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and memorable moments. Make your plans today for July 24th through the 27th for the induction of Carlos Beltran, Andrew Jones, and Jeff Kent as the class of 2026. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, in our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
This is Clayton McCullough, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on 104.3 WQAM.
Sometimes you just get a feeling that your offense is ready to break out. That's how I feel right now. The Marlins have scored 4 runs in 3 straight games. I'm just feeling that this is the day that everyone, gets on the same page in that lineup. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, Jeff Nelson. Great to have you aboard on a Tuesday night. Marlins looking to get to 4-1 on the season. It'll be Janson Junk who will go opposite Eric Fetty today. Let's get you ahead of the count. We'll start here with Mr. Junk, 30-year-old right-hander in season 2. We outlined how he got here, minor league contract, worked his way up last year, piggyback Cal Quantrill, earned a starting role in the rotation. 4 ERA over 16 starts, 110 innings pitched last year. The command was just exceptional. Only 13 walks over 110 innings. Are you kidding me? 77 punch-outs. He had a weird start to the spring. February 19th, he had a grade 1 right ankle sprain. Still made 4 appearances amongst the Grapefruit League. He did pitch in the sim game leading up to opening night against the Colorado Rockies. But here was Clayton McCullough today, just on the outlook of Janson Junk here in 2026.
Janson is just he's a pitcher. He strikes with a lot of offerings. What he was able to do last year from just a sheer walk rate, how impressive that was. He just didn't really, a lot of times didn't shoot himself in the foot. So, his first one coming out here, today, expect Janson to come out and, really fill it up. And I think for him continuing to get better at throw strikes at such a high rate as he does now, also, throwing balls when you want to, when you get yourself in good counts, be able to evacuate when you want and try to either, get some miss or soft contact.
Yeah, it's a really good point from Clayton McCullough because we had applauded that walk rate at 2.9%, one of the best in all of baseball. At what point, though, do you throw too many strikes? And Clayton had said evacuate the zone, meaning can he throw strike to ball? And we'll evaluate that with Jack McMullen in the next segment. Janson Junk will go opposite Eric Fetty, 33-year-old right-hander from Vegas. He's reunited with the White Sox. He signed a 1-year, $1.5 million deal over the offseason. He's back with Brian Bannister, the director of pitching with the Chicago White Sox. And if you remember, Bannister and Fetty worked well together. This guy was great in 2024. He threw to a 3 ERA, 121 and 2/3 innings pitched, 21 starts. So you could probably figure that was a key cog in him signing with the Chicago White Sox. He did have to earn his spot just like Janson Junk. His spot was not given in the rotation. Spring training, 3 games, 8 2/3, 9 hits, and 3 runs. This guy's pitched pretty much everywhere. He's pitched across the pond. He's pitched, St. Louis, Atlanta, Milwaukee. Here are some of the numbers, though, to know for Eric Fetty. Last year in 2025, really struggled against left-handed hitters. Opponents hit .310 on the batting average, .922 at the OPS. Bad news for the Marlins, though, is Fetty has exceptional numbers against the Fish. 5-2, a 3 ERA, 12 starts, 63 innings pitched. He's kitchen sinky. A sinker, a cutter, a sweeper, a changeup, and a 4-seam. But those 3 first pitches that I just told you, the sinker at 33%, the cutter at 28%, and the sweeper at 26%. Expect those 3 pitches for the most part for Eric Fetty. We'll break. We'll get more on Fetty. We will also discuss some Janson Junk stuff with Jack McMullen and Liam Hicks. He's going to be a key part of this show and a key part of this lineup here tonight. We're back with more on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
Get to Ed Moore's Sawgrass Cadillac for our 80th anniversary sale. 2026 optics, $329 a month at Ed Moore's Sawgrass Cadillac. Approved credit cards and transportation vehicles, sports, TS 115239, less than 5K miles, 24-month lease, $39.99 down, 0 security plus tax tag title fees.
Get anniversary savings at Ed Moore's Sawgrass Chevrolet during Chevy Truck Month. 26 Silverados, supplier pricing, and no payments for 90 days. Chevy, together let's drive.
Approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase through preferred lender. Select models plus tax tag title fees, dealer has details.
Marlins fan, get ready for more baseball action when the Fighting Fish face the Cincinnati Reds, April 6th through the 9th. Plus, enjoy Bark at the Park, sponsored by Tito's Homemade Vodka, 4 for $44. Presented by Pepsi. A ticket, food, and beverage deal for 4 and more. Get tickets now at marlins.com/tickets.
This is Clayton McCullough, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Welcome back here to Lone Depot Park in Miami. It's the middle game of this 3-game set, Marlins and the White Sox. Marlins are going to punch back after dropping game 1 yesterday. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Jeff Nelson. Jack, this is a really cool nugget that I just got on our excellent game notes, our wonderful comms people. Number of the day, 6. Number of outs recorded by Miami on balls hit over 95 miles per hour in last night's game. You talk about analytics, man. I'm all into that.
You want to take a peek at the StreamYard here. You see I've got that highlighted in green. I needed 3 swipes of the highlighter to cover that big number 6 on number of the day, but just awesome. Yeah, man. Listen, that was just a tough luck day
Is
yesterday.
that excuse alley or what? Do we got some real juice behind this?
No, I think there's some real juice behind that, to be honest with you. Like, it was 2 swings that did the Marlins in yesterday, right? It was the Vargas Grand Slam, which was like a no-doubter, it's whatever. And then Austin Hayes.
Nah, the Hayes one is that.
It was like, all right, it's a 3-run homer that just snuck
It's a rim
inside
scraper.
the right field. Yeah.
That's what I call it, like a rim grazer on the dunks.
Yeah, right. It's like, okay, does it really count? Unfortunately, it did for 3 runs yesterday. But yeah, I do think that there's some validity there. It was hard contact against Davis Martin all day long, which is honestly a sign of good things to come tonight because Fedde and Martin, more similarities than differences, you could say, between the two of those guys.
Okay, excited to see the encore of Janson Junk. We had mentioned it, a 4 ERA, 17 starts over 20 games, appeared, obviously started in the bullpen, Jack. Big thing with him is he throws strikes. So how can he keep his identity of being a strike thrower, but maybe evolve into a guy that doesn't have to be in the zone all the time?
Yeah, I think the identity of strike thrower comes from us. It is a media forward narrative, and that is in large part indicative by the walk rate, right? So like you can be flirting with the perimeter of the strike zone, just don't allow ball 4, and then the media is still going to call you a strike throwing savant, and all is well that ends well. I'd be curious to look a little bit deeper under the hood, like zone percentage, number of pitches within the strike zone, strike rate, just overall strike rate. I think that's the way that you can start to walk a little tightrope in a good way, where you are unpredictable enough to keep guys off of a fastball. Just because you're a strike thrower doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be successful. I think about a guy in Minnesota who we'll probably see in a couple weeks. Zebby Matthews came up. This guy in a minor league season, it's like 120 innings before his debut. He walked 7 guys. So he came up and everybody was talking about, oh, he's a strike throwing savant. He got shelled because everything was over the heart of the plate. So I think about Janson Junk. Why was he successful last year? He wasn't beating himself with a walk, but he also wasn't leaving everything over the heart of the plate. He was a savant at painting the perimeter of the strike zone. I think he's just got to keep on keeping on, because if he replicates last year and does it again in 26, we're just talking about an objectively awesome pitcher.
Let's stick with Marlins. That's Jack McMullen, the radio voice of the Miami Marlins. I'm Steven Strom. Jeff Nelson will join in about 18 minutes for our 6:40 first pitch. Liam Hicks, had a great conversation with him, had a big-time offseason, eggs, ground beef, the Bat Speed program. This is a guy that's got 2 home runs to start the year, had just 6 last season and over 350 plate appearances. Jack, I'm going to pose this to you. The way that he has started and the way that he has looked, man, how many home runs can this guy, you think, hit for us?
That's a great question, Steven. I would say I think 20 is the answer that I settled on.
20?
Here. I mean, dude, what has this guy proven? I honestly even go back to last year. He knows where the barrel's going. When he swings the baseball bat, he knows where the barrel's going. So, all right, he's got 2 already. We're 4 days into the season. I mean, you start to extrapolate, and I'm not saying like, oh, we're going to get 2 a week and all's fine and dandy, but like with the way he's hitting the baseball, this guy's average exit velo of the 4 batted balls he's put in play, I think 96.5 miles an hour. Like, he's hitting the ball hard all the time. He's popping some crazy exit velocities. Like, he's hitting the ball harder than we saw him hit at any point last year. I just like, why can't he hit 20 homers? Because he's always going to be able to pull the ball in the air. If he has this kind of barrel control and he's swinging the bat just a little bit harder, I think 15 to 20 is a sweet spot for Liam Hicks.
I like 15, and the guy gets 20, the guy gets 20. Liam Hicks in the lineup playing first base and DHing for the Marlins tonight. Eric Fetty susceptible to the long ball against left-handed hitters. More on that in the next segment. Jack, I'm just gonna ask you, why does Eric Fetty keep getting contracts? And I mean that with all due respect.
Yeah, no, it's a good question based on how last year went. Yes. But it's a good question because last year was so hard to watch for Fetty. Like, it was bombs away for a little bit in St. Louis, and then he goes to Atlanta, and it was even more bombs away. The answer is the delivery and the pacing of the delivery is just offbeat enough to the point where he can throw guys off, and the stuff in a vacuum is not that bad. Sinker at 93, cutter bearing in. If he's executing his pitches, he can give you 7 innings of 2 or 3 run ball, and that's a quality start there. The White Sox had it right when he first came over from Korea. He came back to the big leagues after winning the KBO MVP award. What he did best was he was a master executioner at that point. He was putting every single pitch exactly where he wanted.
Kind of like Junk.
Yes, exactly. And it's just moving in a little bit different of a way. Like, Junk is kind of that carry four-seam guy at the top of the zone. He's sinker, cutter, sweeper. Like, everything's just kind of falling. Like, we talk about the waterfall going both ways. He can figure out the waterfall kind of going both ways. And when he's dotting, it can be good. And he was an all-star caliber pitcher for the White Sox 2 years ago. Last year, not so much, kind of the antithesis of that. So I guess the short answer for you is the stuff is good enough.
One of the things maybe we make too big of a fuss about is guys after the offseason, oh my gosh, look at the weight they put on, or look at this new pitch.
Sure.
One thing sometimes that we don't examine, reuniting with the guy that got you right. Brian Bannister, the director of pitching here with the White Sox, a big reason why Fetty came back and a big reason why Fetty got paid after that 2024 season. We will break Expo Question Steve's Guarantee, 6:40 first pitch. Marlins and the White Sox, Game 2 coming your way on the Marlins Radio Network.
I'm Adam Werner. As the official law firm of the Miami Marlins, Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia fights for our clients the same way the Marlins fight on the field, relentlessly and with a winning strategy. Our team represents clients in personal injury, workers' compensation, veterans disability, bankruptcy, and Social Security cases. From our home office in Miami, Florida, we provide powerhouse legal representation built on dedication, experience, and results. If you need a team that's ready to step up to the plate for you, visit WernerHoffman.com. Werner, Hoffman, and Greg and Garcia, proudly serving the 305 community.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, in our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry with Bahamas and USA.
This is Owen Casey, and you're locked into Marlins baseball all season long on the Marlins Radio Network.
Oh, here we go, guys. We are locked in and ready to go. Marlins and the White Sox. And we're pumped to bring it to you here. Marlins on deck, Steven Strom, Jack McBone, and Jeff Nelson. Janson Junk will go opposite Eric Fetty today. Really good program. Good stuff from Janson in segment 1. We got to hear from Liam Hicks. More on him in the game 2. I got a little bit more of a deeper report that I want to get into, but awesome stuff so far here in the program. Let's get to our Expo question at Marlins Radio. What former Marlins assistant hitting coach is now the lead man for the Chicago White Sox? Jack, don't answer this question. I know that you know it. Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. All right, Vladdy, it's time, baby. Let's get to it. Steve's Guarantees.
Almost time to play ball. First pitch coming up in moments. Steve's Guarantees coming up now.
I told you I was sniffing some runs here this morning. Griffin Conine, home run. Fetty against left yesterday. Against left last year. 14 homers given up. I like Griff to connect on a home run today. Marcy, I'm going back to the well. You know, it's funny. When the Marlins lose, no one likes to tell me, Steve, your guarantees were still right. My guarantee yesterday was right. Marcy, 2 hits. I like him to get another 2 hits. You can see it. The guy's percolating. You can see it. The way he was hitting the ball, even before he collected those 2 hits, you're thinking, here we go with Marcy. Number 3, Marlins, 5+ runs. They've scored 3 straight times. This is the moment, I think, where the Marlins explode offensively. I really like this lineup and matchup against Eric Fetty. Folks, I hope he got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints a picture. Jeff Nelson, he is ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.
T-Mobile has an exclusive